Governor, thanks so much for joining us. I want to talk about the political fallout from this climate accord decision. What's worse for the environment here, or is it sort of the progression or lack thereof of the environment, or is it our standing around the world?
Hey, well, look, I think this presidential withdrawal is indefensible, both from a moral standpoint, but also from an economic and job creation standpoint. I mean, we heard the mayor of Pittsburgh pipe up and say, look, man, we are remaking our economy. We are creating green jobs. We know that there's more opportunity to be gained from seizing climate as a job creation opportunity than there is to deny it. And that's what you see happening. Look, Yasmin, I don't want to make light of the shameful withdrawal from the global climate accord by President Trump. But the truth is, if you look at the progress in the most recent years, it's from states. States like Maryland, states like California. It's cities that are passing green building codes. It's states like my own that just last month, under a different governor, green-lighted the largest wind farm development in the Atlantic. So look, the global investment markets last year, half of that money, of the $600 billion, went into renewable energy. That's $300 billion into renewable energy. And the truth is that the laws of physics are permanent. Donald Trump's presidency is not. This will pass. But in the meantime, states and cities need to lead the way.
How much do you think that this is a political move by the president? Do you think he's just doing this to sort of check off President Obama's initiatives, turn them back one by one, or do you think there's anything to that?
Well, part of it is, I mean, Donald Trump's whole M.O. is really the politics of fear. Fear of the future, fear that these other people are stealing your greatness. And a part of that fear was to tell people that that we can't have clean air and clean water and for our children without that costing us jobs. But if you actually look at the numbers, if you look at the business case, solar today in the United States actually creates and has more Americans employed than all of oil and natural gas extraction. In the state of California alone, solar employs more people than are employed throughout the United States in coal. So Donald Trump's withdrawal from this is just part of his, politics of fear, xenophobia, wall off the United States from reality, wall us off from the physics and the climate change, which is very real. Sadly, from a competitive standpoint, this really allows the Chinese to move forward and perhaps really compete against what were budding American companies. Look out in Iowa, a so-called red state. 35% of their energy now comes from Iowa wind, and employs about 8,000 people. So look, this will pass. Donald Trump's little tantrum here is all about the politics of fear. It's not about the future.
Well, and a lot of Trump's critics are saying exactly what you said, and that this decision only hands the keys over to China and relinquishes some power that we have as the U.S. world power. What about the Democrats
let's
here?
Remember that it's only some. Yasmin, let's remember, though, that it's only some. Look, right. We can decry this decision. We can say that it's cowardly and it's about fear, but look, that shouldn't grip us in fear and inaction. States can move forward, and cities and states are doing that, and they're not going to stop.
As we're seeing that, both leaders in business and states as well. What about the Democrats here looking forward to 2020? You think they could use this as momentum? They could use this in their campaign slogans, or you think it'll be a distant memory by then?
No, I think it's very much part and parcel of the Democratic theme, which is expanded opportunity for all. This means the opportunity to learn, to earn, to have a higher paying job, to be able to give our children a better future, a future with greater health and greater well-being. So this is all part and parcel of that. I'm here in South Carolina, or will be in South Carolina in a few moments, to campaign for Archie Parnell, who's running for the 5th Congressional District here in South Carolina. And that is the message. It's really about opportunity for all, greater well-being for Americans. And you're not going to do that by pretending that climate change isn't real, and you're not going to do that by holding down American job creation or holding back American wages. There's a better future to be seized.